What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here with a very different type of video for you guys today. Usually I don't like talking about my personal problems or my personal life, but I thought it was important to put out this video just to give everyone a heads up, just in case I'm slower at putting out content than usual, just in case my subscribers notice that I'm putting out less content than I usually do. The reasoning behind that is not because I'm being lazy, it's because it appears that my dog had a spinal cord stroke. Now, I don't know for sure yet. I want to make that clear. I don't know for sure what happened yet. She's scheduled to have an MRI on Monday, and the doctors at the animal hospital they're all acting as if they're oblivious. They can't tell me anything, no recommendations. They're totally oblivious to what's going on because they want to wait to do the MRI that just so happens to cost $2,500. So, in the day and age, it's 2023. I think that if I walk into an animal hospital or a regular hospital, that the doctors should be able to give me a basic outline of what's wrong, or maybe even, a guess. Can you tell me what you think may be wrong here? But all of the doctors act like they don't want to say anything until the MRI, until I fork over $2,500, which I'm going to do on Monday. But being the person I am, I've been doing my own research, and it looks like to me that she had what is called a spinal cord stroke, because there was no injury, nothing. She was acting perfectly normal. Then I went to bed. And when I woke up in the morning, I noticed that she wasn't by my bed. Even if I go to bed without her, when I wake up, my dog's always right there. Always. Every single day. So I woke up, I noticed that Yamcha was there, but Piglet was nowhere to be found. Piglet's my girl dog. I have a girl and a boy. If you've been subbed to my channel for a while, you've seen me make videos with my dogs before people started getting really weird. But anyways, I noticed that Piglet wasn't there. So I was like, that's odd. And I went up front, and Piglet was laying on the couch kind of shivering. So I was like, oh, you must have gotten cold up here because you didn't come to the room. I put a blanket over her, went about my day a little bit, and I noticed that she just was not acting right. And when I tried to get her off the couch, she was acting really weak and wobbly and unstable. Now, I thought that maybe it was just some type of food poisoning or something like that. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that my dog had a stroke or something even worse, because she was acting perfectly normal, and then I go to bed and wake up and she can hardly move. So obviously it scared the living out of me. But I thought that maybe she ate something bad. But then again, my dogs, even when they're outside, they're usually under my supervision. I'm usually outside with them. And Piglet, my boy dog Yamcha, he gets into stuff. Piglet is a pristine, prissy girl. She does not get into anything bad. She is a perfect dog. So, I may open the door for her to go pee and she runs back in, but there's not really many times where she's getting into something that I can't see. You know what I mean? So I was thinking maybe she got food poisoning, but I don't know what it would be from. But after about a day and a half, I realized this is something far worse than just a bug or something like that, because she started knuckling with her front paw. And I noticed that it didn't seem like she had much range of movement or feeling in like one side of her body, at least the front side of her body. So obviously I took her to the vet. They were really nice, really sweet people. Wouldn't tell me shit. Wouldn't tell me anything. Even though I'm going over the possibilities with them, they act like they don't want to say anything. Now here's the thing. MRI costs $2,500. If my dog had a spinal cord stroke, there's no real cure for that. There's no surgery for that. All she has to do is rest. She can get better. She has to rest, and I have to put her through physical therapy, which I'll be doing myself, and at times I'll be going to a local dog clinic that offers various forms of therapy, like a treadmill in the water and all of that stuff. So I'm going to be doing all of that most likely. But there's also a possibility that it's not a spinal cord stroke, that it's a, what is it called? I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor or a veterinarian, but like a slipped disc in her spine or a herniated disc in her spine. Now, if that's the case, that does usually require surgery. So I'm looking at $2,500 for the MRI, another $5,000 for the surgery, another $5,000 or $6,000 for her to stay in the hospital for a few days after the surgery and the medicine. I'm looking at $15,000, $20,000. Now, I know that sounds crazy to the average person, but I love my dog. It's like my child. It's like my family member. I'm willing to do whatever for my dog. But I do find it discouraging that when I go to the animal hospital, they act like they can't say anything until I fork over thousands upon thousands of dollars. But right now, the way it's looking, I believe it's a spinal cord stroke. And if that is the case, there's going to be a couple of months here where she's going to have to be going through physical therapy, most of which I'll be doing with her myself, but I'll also take her to specialists as well. So just in case, there's, maybe I'm light on videos for a day, or maybe I miss a day, or, maybe I'm not putting out as many videos as I usually do. That's why. But chances are you may not even notice. I just got to get things scheduled and figured out over the first couple of weeks. And then I think it will be smooth sailing, and I will be uploading content as I usually do. But here over the next few days, maybe even the next couple of weeks, I'm still going to be putting out content. Don't get me wrong. You just might not be getting 3, 4, 5 videos a day, because I'm going to have to be spending hours and hours every day teaching my dog how to walk again. I can say that even though it feels discouraging at first, I am very optimistic that my dog's going to get better, and I'm going to do whatever's necessary to make that happen. It's just really upsetting and nerve-wracking having to sit here all weekend waiting to figure out what may have happened to my dog. You know what I mean? Like, I get that they want to do an MRI to be sure of what may be wrong, but I went to the animal hospital for some type of reassurance. And I don't mean I need you to assure me that my dog's going to be okay. If my dog's not going to be okay, just let me know. I go there for some type of assurance, some type of something. Tell me something. But it's like everyone went automatically brain dead when they realized, oh, wait, we can get $2,500 for an MRI. Now, there's a big difference here, because if it's a spinal cord stroke, like I said, there's no surgery. If she does recover, she has to rest and go through physical therapy, which may be more time consuming, but would probably be cheaper. We're looking at like a $10,000 to $15,000 difference. And that's something that I would like to have known going into the weekend. Like, am I looking at this or am I looking at this? And this could not happen at a worse time for me. Obviously, it's the holidays, and YouTube has been cracking down on my channel, demonetizing all of my videos lately. So I haven't been making any money from my videos lately, because YouTube doesn't want me talking about Israel and Gaza and all of this nonsense. So it's definitely a stressful time for me right now. But hopefully come Monday, we'll figure out what went wrong, and hopefully we can go ahead and get on the path to recovery. I just wish that I had, a better, I don't want to say better, but I wish the doctors at the animal hospital would have at least gone over the possibilities with me instead of kind of freezing up until they get $2,500. But if any of you all have had this problem with one of your pets, please let me know down in the comments below. I could take all the advice that you guys are willing to give. I want to hear other people's stories who have had problems like this, because, like I said, right now, this is the longest weekend ever for me. Just sitting here, filled with anxiety, waiting to find out what's going to happen on Monday, basically. But just a heads up, guys, that's what I'm dealing with right now. Hopefully you guys don't notice the difference in the content. Hopefully it's still coming out, but you know, it may be a tad bit slower because I have a personal life to deal with. I have other business ventures to deal with. Obviously, I have multiple YouTube channels to deal with. And now I have a somewhat paralyzed dog that I have to rehabilitate back into full health. So I got a lot on my plate right now. But let me know what you think about, well, I guess that's not one of these videos, is it? I'll talk to you all soon. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.